Imagine this moment. You're standing in an empty room and suddenly the countdown begins. Your body starts to compress. 1 centimeter per second. Not fast, but relentless. In the first minute, you'll lose 60 centimeters of height. The floor approaches. The furniture around you becomes monumental. This isn't the plot of a science fiction thriller. This is a journey into the depths of biophysics, where the laws of nature will show their true face. The first seconds. The heat trap. The year 1638. Galileo Galilei, gazing at the dome of a Florentine cathedral, formulates the square-cube law. He didn't know he was describing your fate. When a body shrinks by half, surface area drops by a factor of 4, volume by 8. This isn't abstract mathematics. This is a matter of life and death. Your body is a furnace producing 100 watts, maintaining 36.6 degrees Celsius. At a height of 170 centimeters, you have 1.8 square meters of skin for cooling. 30 seconds pass. Height, 140 centimeters. You've lost a fifth of your surface area, but a third of your volume. Every cell continues producing heat at the same rate, but there's less and less escape. Temperature creeps upward. In a minute, you'll feel the first fever. Your body begins to cook from within. Minute 2. When pressure becomes the enemy. 120 seconds. Your height is now just 50 centimeters, the size of a 1-year-old child. But you're not a child. Your heart still beats with the force of an adult, calibrated to pump blood through 2 meters of vessels, overcoming the weight of blood from head to toe. Now that distance is half as much. The heart doesn't know this. It continues pumping with the same power, 120 millimeters of mercury. Excess pressure rolls through the arteries in waves. The most fragile capillaries suffer first, in the eyes, in the brain. Thin walls can't withstand it. Micro-ruptures, hemorrhages are possible. And that's not all. Atmospheric pressure, 101,325 pascals, hasn't changed. It was perfectly balanced with the internal pressure of your normal body. Now this balance is broken. The air around you begins to slowly squeeze you like invisible vice grips. Minute 3. When there's no more air. 180 seconds into the experiment. You're the size of a doll, 20 centimeters. Your lungs once contained 300 million microscopic alveolar bubbles, spread across the area of a tennis court, 70 square meters of pure surface for exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. This area is vanishing. At your new size, less than 2 square meters remain. But your cells still need just as much oxygen. They don't know you've shrunk. They're screaming with hunger. Breathing accelerates. 60 breaths per minute. 70, 80. Your chest heaves and falls in a desperate rhythm, but it's useless. Oxygen starvation rolls in waves. The world begins to darken at the edges. And here appears a new enemy that Robert Hooke warned about in the 17th century: surface tension. In normal lungs, it's imperceptible, but in miniature alveoli, water molecules begin clinging to each other with such force that they literally glue the walls of the air sacs together. Inhalation becomes impossible. It's like trying to breathe underwater. Minute 4. In a world where different laws rule. 4 minutes. A few centimeters of height. You've crossed an invisible boundary between the macro world and the micro world. Different gods rule here. Gravity, that very force that made the apple fall on Newton's head, now means almost nothing. You can fall from a table and not break, But this isn't victory. This is a change of dictator. Water droplet on the floor, which you once stepped over without thinking, is now an ocean. Surface tension holds you on its surface, like a water strider. Attempting to pass through it is like swimming through jelly. Even the air betrays you. When an object becomes small enough, the Reynolds number, a measure of how easily you move through fluid, drops catastrophically. Air becomes thick, viscous, resistant. Every step is like running chest-deep in water. To swing your arm is like rowing through honey. In this new world, electrostatic forces between atoms become mountains, a dust particle, a boulder. You enter the domain of insects, where physics works by different rules. Final frame, a lesson in scale. Somewhere there, among the carpet fibers, beats what was once a human, or perhaps no longer beats. This experiment isn't just scientific fantasy, it's a revelation. Life exists in a narrow corridor of sizes, carved out by billions of years of evolution. Too large, and gravity will crush your bones. Too small, and surface tension becomes a prison. Laws of physics, discovered by Galileo, Newton, Hooke, Pascal, don't merely describe reality. They define the boundaries of the possible. Every organ in your body, every cell, is calibrated for one single scale. Change it, and the mechanism falls apart. We live in the universe's golden mean, not too large to collapse under our own weight, not too small to drown in a dewdrop. It's precisely here, in this narrow range, that physics allows the existence of a mind capable of understanding these laws.